Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome back to another session. So, as we are learning that how we can convert one idea into an impactful and successful business in this series of entrepreneurship. So, there are several things we have learned so far: finding out the opportunity, validating it, finding out the customer, validating it, creating a business solution, or you can say a business structure, right? And then MVP, prototype, right? So now here again we are with you to discuss more about entrepreneurship in depth. Right? So before we proceed ahead, let's discuss about a couple of things what we have discussed in our last session, and it was prototyping and MVP. What is prototyping? We have discussed this, right? maybe आइडिया है दिमाग में आपने जल्दी से उसको ड्रॉ किया एक प्रोटोटाइप बनाया राइट एमवीपी मिनिमल वायबल प्रोडक्ट we have discussed that, right? They're very, very crucial stages for building a product or a service or any kind of business, and especially for startups and very agile and environments. We have discussed that. Type of prototyping we have discussed. Yaad karo very quickly. If you can recap, I can help you. Low fidelity prototypes, right? Paper sketch, wireframes, layout, basic interaction flow. Then mid fidelity prototypes. क्या था उसमें? क्लिकेबल मॉकअप्स, जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था कि सॉरी, we can click something and it can take us to a certain page, and then we'll say okay, so this is how our service web page would work, right? And then high fidelity interactive models, those have very very near resemblance of the final product. एक मैंने आपको एक एग्जांपल दिया था रोबोट का, right? That was the classical example. The robot आया मेरे पास. The robot handed over me glass of water and tea. It was very near to the final product. Final product obviously कुछ और चीजें करता, mopping करता, आपके घर की cleaning करता, आपको reminders भी देता. Very important that it's time to mop, it's time to wake up. A reminder for you, it's time to wake up, entrepreneurs, if you're sleeping, because every time is the right time and no time is the correct time, right? आप जिस वक्त मैदान में आ जाओ वही सबसे अच्छा टाइम है. So start working on your dreams. Then we have discussed about the MEP, minimal viable products, right? And why we have discussed that? Because that is one important factor. We have shown you the example of Apple MVP, right? That sample of Apple computer, right? So, oh, sorry, my throat is a little bad today, but I'll ensure that you will not have any problem because my energy is always high, right, entrepreneurs? So let's discuss why MVP is important again to build the most basic version of a product, right, that can be released to users to gather feedback and validate the assumptions, right? Concierge MVP, we have discussed that, right? क्या था concierge? याद करो, instead of building any software, you manually provide the service for users. कोई ट्रैवल कंपनी है, राइट? यू हैव टू, आप उनको कस्टमाइजेशन दे सकते हो, उनके सामने रख सकते हो कि हम आपके लिए ये चेंज कर देते हैं, ये चेंज कर देते हैं, उनसे रेगुलर बात कर रहे हो, है ना? सो वो आ गया आपका कंसियाज. एंड देन लैंडिंग पेज, वी हैव डिस्कस दैट many times, that if you want to create a service or you want to launch a product, so आप करते हो buy now, sign up, coming soon. These are landing pages. You see the interaction, you see the traction on it, how people are perceiving it, are people collecting it. So best to understand the market demand and sign up interest. इससे आपको सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट आता है, ये प्रूव नहीं होता कि लोग उसको खरीदेंगे, बट एटलीस्ट आपको पता चल जाता है कि यस मार्केट इज इंटरेस्टेड. देन फंक्शनल एमवीपीज, राइट? फंक्शनल एमवीपीज आर अगेन, इट्स थोड़ा सा यूज करना, ईज कितनी है ना? वो देखने में थोड़ा सा समय लगता है, थोड़ा कॉस्टली भी होता है, राइट? एंड समटाइम्स इट कैन बी ओवरबिल्ट. हम थोड़ा सा ज्यादा दिखाने की कोशिश में बेसिक्स को निग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं, वो नहीं करना है. अगेन, जो हमारा मॉड्यूल 2 के बाद, द थिंग विच आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड टू ऑल ऑफ यू, many times, are we doing the practical experiments or not? That's the first question. Ask to yourself. If you're attending these classes, it means that you really want to become an entrepreneur. That's why we have reached to the module number 5 today. And if you maintain that continuity, it means that there is something in your head that which is pushing you to hear me out every time. But if you will not do a practical experiment, things will not fall in place. You have friends, you have families, ट्राई करो कुछ भी प्रोडक्ट बनाओ हल्का फुल्का कुछ भी दिमाग में आइडिया आता है अपने फ्रेंड्स फैमिलीज में उसको लॉन्च करने की कोशिश करो एक एक स्टेप को फॉलो करो maybe you have the answers right and then we have discussed many prototyping tools for user interface. We have discussed Figma. We have discussed Sketch, Adobe, Framer, right? Some are for the web and app interfaces, some for Mac users, Sketch for Mac users primarily, very good for that, right? And then we have discussed about low code or no code MVP builders like Bubble, like Adalo, like Glide. Then we have discussed about marketing MVPs like LaunchRock, Toric. So you have to start using them. Open करो ना, करो use कुछ तो कुछ करो. That try it, figure it out. At least you will get to know the rest of the tools. You at the time when you will actually start anything, you must be aware that okay, मैं जो ये एक्टिविटी करने वाला हूँ अपने बिजनेस से रिलेटेड इससे रिलेटेड 10 12 15 20 टूल्स मार्केट में अवेलेबल है जिनको एटलीस्ट मैंने एक बार वेबसाइट खोल के देखा तो है so you at that time can be click to your mind okay I can use this right and then Tinkercad Fusion 360 ये किसके लिए था for physical product typing 3D designing huh? Use it because at least try to sign up on the website try to understand just go and watch YouTube videos related to these tools so that you will able to understand you will able to gauge that what they exactly do right and then test early versions with the real users we have discussed that choose what to test will users pay for this remember do they understand how it works find early users right? Personal network, ask friends, target audience, online communication, LinkedIn outreach, product hunt. There are so many things. So choose what to test, find early users, conduct usability test, ease of your product. If people are getting the solution of their problem, it should be ease. ऐसा ना हो कि लोग अपनी प्रॉब्लम के सॉल्यूशन के लिए आपका प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस यूज कर रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं यार ये तो एक और प्रॉब्लम आ गई ये तो यूज ही नहीं हो रहा क्या है ये नो you have to test the usability means easiness of your product and service and then ask the right question do not ask do you like it we have discussed it many times use open-ended what do you think what do you think this product does what do you think what should be your next move right what confused you right and if everything goes in the right direction would you pay for this today ask such questions ask right question and then analyze iteration based on all previous things you have to analyze that are you going the right direction or not if there is anything based on the feedback to the iteration right and then creating the feedback loops and iteration it is very important factor for any entrepreneur if anybody is starting or already started or already successful even in our personal life feedback loop is very right and especially for the new entrepreneurs right you have to create a feedback you have create product give to the people gauge the feedback again give to them gauge the feedback do the iteration then give to the feedback receive the feedback do the iterations this loop you have to create if you're able to create this loop it will help you out before you are market ready. And even if you're doing good in the market after 5 10 years, I've discussed it. Feedback is very important. Never ever reject any feedback. Hear it out. right? And then what kind of feedback loops? Qualitative, subjective, and then quantitative on numbers. Use, why users behavior in certain way. Why can be very subjective. There are many things. Huh? And what users are doing or not doing is quantity, numbers. आपका प्रोडक्ट इस ज्योग्राफी में 100 लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, वो हो गया क्वांटिटेटिव इन नंबर्स। नॉर्थ में 100 लोग आपका प्रोडक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं, नंबर्स। वो क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्वालिटेटिव। बोथ आर इंपॉर्टेंट एंड देन इंटरनल फीडबैक फॉर योर टीम एज वेल, राइट? You can talk to your team, you should talk to your team weekly, daily, cross functional development team, grow team, sales team, HR team, everybody should do the meeting so that you are on right track. So by this, now we will move to another module, which is go to market strategy. A go to market strategy is a comprehensive plan that outlines how a company will launch a new product or service or expand into a new market. So, are you ready, entrepreneurs?